Brian, we're doing a dynasty price check on Jake Ferguson. We were just listing off some crazy trades that have been done for him, but we went with a little bit more realistic one. 12-team Superflex, full PPR, start 10, non-tight end premium. Jake Ferguson or Luke Musgrave in a 2025 third.
I am gonna take Jake Ferguson here. We've talked so much about the Packers situation. Like, they're just such a young team that has so many options in the passing game. And I mean, there's literally another tight end who got drafted and who was good when Musgrave was out. So I'm out on Musgrave in general. Like, not because I think he's bad. I just think that the slice of pie is going to be too small to support, to feel really good about any one guy. And if it's a one-off position like a tight end, or I guess that is the one-off position in basically everything we talk about. I don't feel great about Musgrave.
Yeah. After hearing some of the trades that are being made for Ferguson, like involving Ferguson, it makes you want to take Ferguson here. I mean, if you watch enough of our videos, you kind of know how I feel about these tight ends. Even though Ferguson was like tight end, what was he? Tight end 9 last year in PPR. It just doesn't, in a non-tight end premium, if you actually look at what that means, the tight end 9 is basically equivalent to like a wide receiver 30 or running back 25 or something. Like, it's just not doing anything like for you. You have to have a top 2-3 tight end, and I don't think Ferguson ever really gets there unless we have a down tight end year. So I'm always fine with just like, yeah, I'll take this tight end who probably not going to have that much of a difference between him and Ferguson, and I get a piece. Like, if I change this to Freiermuth, would that change it for you? Would that make you take the other side?
Yeah, so I guess I was kind of looking at it from the Luke Musgrave. I don't know. I don't like this trade in general. Like, if I have Luke Musgrave, I'm not giving him up and a 25 third for Ferguson. I just like that side. Like, I'd rather have Jake Ferguson than Luke Musgrave and a third, but I'm not necessarily trading it. I don't know if it probably wasn't that clear. I don't know. It's kind of a non-answer in a sense too. Like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, you're getting a piece on top of it. Yeah, because I do agree. Like, Ferguson's like not gonna win you your week for the most part, kind of a thing, except for that playoff game against the Packers, actually, when he had 3 touchdowns, which we never saw during the regular season and helped nobody. But yeah, it's just tough. Like, I think I was more on the side of having Jake Ferguson over Musgrave in the third because of the stuff, like, of what we were just saying. Like, he's obviously much higher valued in the community right now, and so I just feel like you could get more for him than Luke Musgrave in that third. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense, and that's definitely a factor to consider. Is always like, what's the doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter what you think, but what's the community think? And yeah, they're a lot higher on Ferguson than Musgrave, just from some of the trades that you listed off. So, but in general, it's just how I want to play with tight ends. If you're not a difference maker at the position and it's not a tight end premium, I'll definitely just like tier down into take a Freiermuth in a third for Ferguson, because I think Freiermuth could be better than Ferguson, or right there with him. So, yeah, I don't know if there's any other realistic trades that you saw right there. I know we saw some ridiculous ones, but
yeah, someone
Ferguson
traded
straight up for Kelsey.
Yeah, it's Ferguson for Dallas Goedert in the 202. It's like, yeah, I'm definitely taking Goedert in the 202 there. 100%. Yeah, Ferguson for Bryce Young and Jonathan Mingo in a super flex start 10. It's like, yeah, not even tight end premium. It's like, no, that's it. It's funny. I was going to say, we're not even going to talk about those, even though I just mentioned them, because it's like, those are so lopsided. Like, I don't know. I guess I feel like I would be insulted if someone sent me that trade. Like to the point where I'm like, well, I'm never trading with this guy, kind of thing, because it's kind of pissed off. But someone sent that trade and someone accepted it. So
I don't even know if I do in a non-tight end premium Ferguson straight up for Mingo. Like, I'm not even sure. I'd have to think about that one because, and honestly, like tight end premiums, be careful in your leagues. Like tight end premiums really start to become a difference when it's 0.75 more than the whatever PPR you get, right? Even a half, like getting 1.5 per reception to 1 is okay, but it's not. It's when it starts getting to like 0.75 or more. That's when it really starts to become a difference. So I think people make that mistake a lot. I won a Dynasty league last year. I think it's full PPR and then 1.5 for a tight end. I still literally started Tyler Higbee every week except for his bye week, and I won. Like it's when it's double. You're getting 2 points per reception or 1.75 or more. That's when it really starts to become a difference. So just a little PSA there. But yeah, I mean, Ferguson's fine, but like I think he's a product of just being on a really good offense, and like, he's going to get his for sure, but it's not going to do anything. Like maybe he wins you a week, but other than that, it's not really much of a difference.
Yeah. And we know Dak Prescott loves his tight ends in the red zone. I think he was like the second or third most targeted player overall in the red zone in the NFL, which is, just his role is huge. Like obviously the guy's got some skills, but I don't know. We don't know exactly what it's going to be. And like, I just kind of think about Dalton Schultz too, like who was in that same situation 2 years ago. And he was great, and then he left, and he went to the Texans, and he was basically the same guy, which is fine, but nothing really to write home about. But it's kind of funny to see Dalton Schultz valued so low. Like he's tight end 18 on Keep Trade Cut versus Ferguson at 11. And it's just like, wow, I would take Dalton Schultz and that third round pick, especially because he just signed that contract too. But yeah, I totally
that should go up. Dalton Schultz should go up after signing that.
I hope so I can trade him.
Yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't already. That was a couple of days ago, right?
So, yeah, it was like almost a full week ago. I think it was on Monday last week. I don't know. Whatever. We don't need to talk about Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go up already. But yeah, that's it for Ferguson. We're gonna do some tight ends, not too many, but then we have some other videos out there. Derrick Henry, Garrett Wilson, Nico Collins, Saquon Barkley. Check those out. We'll be putting out more of these all offseason, really, because I think it's always interesting to look at, and especially when free agency starts tomorrow, draft comes up, changes a lot. So, yeah, like and subscribe. We will be back with another player soon. We'll catch you guys then.